A shooting taking place at the First Baptist Church.
The deadliest mass shooting at a house of worship.
It left at least 26 people dead.
In a small Texas town.
When we seen the situation happen, the first thought that came to my mind was, that's us.
It's a sadness, and it's also a, boy, we sure hope that doesn't happen to us.
Get your name on the list there for us. After the Sutherland Springs shooting in Texas, we had a lot of churches calling saying, help us. Everybody got a raffle ticket. There's a lot that churches can do to recognize the problem before it is a problem. You form a team, you train that team of what to look for. Well, let's do exactly what we said we do, and that's pray. So let's all bow and ask the Lord's blessing on our evening tonight.
We're at Desert Sun Community Church in Northwest Tucson. I think on average, our membership here is around 300. We feel unprepared. I think at a church, you're not thinking about what would we do if someone comes to harm someone.
In 18 years, how many times do you think deadly force incidences have occurred at a church? So what's the number, Sam?
1,691.
In 18 years, 1,691. At our first event that we did, 2 different people there told me that they know of people that won't go to church because they're afraid of violence. How can you reduce your risk significantly? Focus on the outside, right? That's where 74% of these deadly force incidences are occurring.
It makes me feel sad, and even to the point of almost being angry. When you're sitting in church, the doors behind you, in many cases, are wide open.
Small country church, and this terrible violent incident occurred. If you're like me, you said, that's us, but I don't want it to be us.
The most concerns I had were amongst our peace officers who attend here.
I pick seats that I can see the door, that are in the back. As a police officer, I never really carried as much off-duty, and it's becoming more and more that I've been carrying off-duty.
The goal of anybody that is there prepared for armed force is that they never have a need to do it. People that perpetrate evil don't just copy the last one. They studied it up over the last 10 years of what they can then try to do at another soft target. We try to bring in all of that and help teach the principles that will then protect them from the next headline.
And what we're really trying to do is we're trying to make the public immediate responders. The bleeding control program and some of the other medical skills that we come in and provide are essential. ICSAVE, well, it's an acronym that stands for Integrated Community Solutions to Active Violence Events. When events like this happen, and unfortunately they happen more and more commonplace, people are going to get hurt. There may be a delay before we can actually put hands on a patient. We're there for everybody, but our top priority for the next 12 to 18 months is, God willing, all the schools in Pima County. This is unfortunately the new normal for us.
If we can stop the bleeding, they have a chance of living.
Our utmost concern is student and staff safety. As we watch events that happen across our country, we just want to make sure that we are as well prepared as we possibly can be. This is Tanque Verde Elementary School, and we are a campus of about 670 students, kindergarten through 6th grade.
We're going to focus on the immediate response to bleeding. We're going to talk about recognizing what actually constitutes life-threatening bleeding versus what doesn't.
We have partnered with ICSAVE, and they are actually providing Stop the Bleed training for all of our teachers.
We're going to cover 3 main treatment modalities for stopping the bleed: direct pressure, tourniquets, and wound packing. It's pretty basic. We're going to walk the teachers through some hands-on practice and give them the opportunity to practice on themselves and each other. When we talk about tourniquets, we're going to walk you through everything at a slow pace. We'll show you the part, show you the steps, let you do it on yourself, do it on each other.
We've taken multiple FEMA courses. We've also partnered with the Pima County Sheriff's Department, and they've provided active shooter training to our entire district staff.
Can I go tighter?
Where we don't ever want to consider anything like that happening, there is power in planning for it.
It makes you more aware and more worried, I would say. Our school is very open. We're all over the place, so I think it makes us feel a little bit better about there's a possibility that here's what we can do, because we all have so many questions. I've taught for 42 years. This is the first time we've had to talk about shootings and talk about trainings as the first ones. I never thought about that kind of safety. Safety to me was safety in the classroom, not running in the classroom, tying your shoelaces.
It's so important for us to plan for any event, and so we've received a lot of really positive feedback from not only parents but staff. They feel better, that they're more prepared.
So if we're putting this on ourselves, we want to make sure that we're pulling that handle towards our midline. I know I feel more comfortable with my kids at school with trained teachers.
It's kind of like with the EpiPen. You think you're prepared until something happens and one of your students has a reaction. Hopefully you never have to try it, but you feel a little more comfortable. But I think I'm just afraid that when it happens, everything goes out the window.
We're going to ball it up and get it right over the wound, and we're going to put pressure on it.
Of course, teachers, that's our utmost concern, is how do I protect our students?
They may have injured students for half an hour before first responders can get to them. I think that a lot of times you'll see a light bulb come on once they realize that they can't change that. I hope that we give them the training, I hope that we give them the experience, I hope they get some equipment, and I hope that they never need it.